We may or may not have had a problem with the snark.
What do you mean?
I mean, when they reset the game, I ended the recording. And I thought to myself, don't be an idiot. Don't forget to click the record button again. Guess what I forgot to do?
Click the record button again?
Maybe.
Maybe. I hear you. Well, I mean, mid-game is also good, right?
So quick catch up. We are now. I was like, I wonder what 4.5 minutes game time translates to into real time. Look over, see the recording not started. Whoops. Talking of whoops, though, Revo losing a battle fort there. He's only got the one out so far. Lots of mirages for him and lots of rocketeers to deal with these desolators. Which really are the bane and mirage tanks everywhere.
Indeed.
If this does end up going out, then just to recap what we've seen so far: Revo bottom right, Blitz top left. Blitz playing a very passive Soviet build so far. Low eco numbers, not going mass rhinos, not as much as he could have done at least. Eventually taking up to the IC. Revo tried to get a seal round into the IFV, but failed to do that. And now we see Blitz coming in bottom right, and Revo's got nothing at home to defend it. This is not going to be a game-killing move for sure. This is going to be an irritation more than anything. That is the IC though. Revo running in fear. Gotta get away from those perfectly balanced and vulnerable tanks. Might lose a BF here. Blitz, though, is definitely going to lose all but one of those rhinos. What does he have back at home, though? He is sitting on 4K. He hasn't moved to the top right. And he doesn't have an army in reserve. Revo, on the other hand, on the left, has expanded. Has the extra war. He's now on 3 wars. I think count 3 wars. 2 barracks. And this is looking pretty grim for Blitz, honestly. You know, he has made some good moves. But he's being kept in check by Revo. And has not really been able to, apart from that last hit with the IC, has not really been able to play the game he wants by the looks of things. Revo has been the one dictating the pace of this game so far. But that IC does make a big difference. It is quite rare that in a game like this we get to an IC stage, especially since it wasn't even really rushed. But here we go. Are we going to see a base trade here? Because if we are, then I'm going to eat my words, because Blitz is going to win this. Revo running. Where did Revo's army go? He had battle forts. GG Revo. He's lost.
Wow.
Oh no, there they are. It was just ever so slightly off the side of my map. Revo, his army wasn't going in on Blitz. Now he finally realizes he needs to do something. Blitz has the IC, but how much longer? He force shields. You always want to IC first and then force shield, because he's low power now. So once that force shield is gone, they will be destroyed. And he won't have the power to use the IC for another 6 seconds. I would have loved to have seen Blitz go. I would have loved to have seen Blitz go in with those rhinos. He could take out in Revo's bottom corner down here. But this is going to be a base trade. We do not have any radar from Blitz anymore, so the desos he has, and the desos he's got to work with. Oh, Revo! Oh no, blowing up the nuke reactor along with most of his mirages in the process. And this is quickly turning into a bit of a disaster. Revo, who was able to keep the game very much at the pace an allied player would want early on. And Blitz backing out. Revo's got barracks and an AFC and nothing else.
Oh, God.
And Blitz has a dozen rhinos, 2 of which are elite. Revo now forced to build Rocketeers, Harriers, and GGIs, and the army of Mirages and Grizzlies that he's got up top is all that he's got left, but they are being quickly cleaned up by those elite rhinos. Flak tracks being spammed out by Blitz here, going to be able to eventually deal with those Rocketeers. Does want to start spitting out a few power plants just in case. Defenders MCV, but that's all he needs to do. Down on the left side here. Blitz going in is going to clean up Revo, and that is GG for game 1. Reminder, it is best of 5.
Wow. All right, that sounded really exciting. I gotta say.
That was, man.
I'm so sad I missed it.
Oh dear. I'm glad I remembered to hit the record button before it got exciting.
Indeed.
It's because I'm not streaming, dude. If it was, it's because I'm just recording. I'm not used to just recording it. It's different buttons.
Indeed. Alrighty. So whose mistake was it, and what was the mistake? Would you say?
I think mistakes were made on both sides. I think mistakes were made on both sides. Revo seemed to have the right idea with battle forts, and indeed I've seen him saw him in a game yesterday that I streamed, or the day before, where he was commenting in Twitch chat about the allied player needing to build BFs to counter the Desos to make way for Mirages. And he did that once, but that was it. And he didn't seem to take his own advice there, really. And Blitz was just able to keep Revo at bay, get to the IC, make a push down the right-hand side, and use the IC, which really knocked Revo back on his heels.
Yeah, well, BFs are so hard, right? All the micro and everything to really get them rolling.
Absolutely.
Splitting and whatever. It is so insanely hard. I've been trying to do that more. But it's so much easier. Like when you're microing your army, you're fighting, you're constantly engaging with your opponent. And you need also micro troops into BFs while you're doing that.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah. So one of two situations happens. If I keep going BFs, then eventually I have like 5 empty BFs and tons of infantry in my base. You know? Or like I switch to Mirages because I say, okay, I need a few BFs. I don't need millions of BFs because the combination is much more powerful. And then you never switch back into BFs again because you just spam Mirages and
Mirages are so much easier to spam, aren't they?
Yeah.
And just manage in that regard.
Yeah.
But here we go, Poltergeist. I like this map. I think it's pretty nice, well balanced map. It's a nice map for Soviet. It's honestly, I think, a quite nice map for Allied as well. As an Allied player, would you agree?
I mean, allies do like a bigger map, right? I feel like in general, the bigger the map, the better it is for allies.
Yes.
In every situation, right? So yes, you don't start close to your opponent. It's decent distance. It's like divide and conquer, only bigger distances, right? So yeah, it's a more allied divide and conquer. They get that extra boost from the oil, which means more to allied than it does to Soviet.
Exactly.
A huge patch of gems, which means more to allied than it does to Soviet. So yeah, I think it's like a more allied version of divide and conquer, if I could say.
Yep.
Like sort of, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. On the other hand, it is a very easy map to base walk across. That obviously is a core tenet of any Soviet build, right? You're spamming refs, you're spamming walls, and you're spamming power plants in between. So you naturally you naturally build more buildings as opposed to an ally player who tends to go for tech, right? And therefore you have fewer buildings on the map, and therefore spreading out to the gold or to gems requires a move, which indeed we are seeing Revo do now, up to the top with the MCV.
Yeah, straight up early move. I usually prefer teching before I move.
Yeah, this is a very early move. So if Blitz had gone slightly more aggressive, Revo would be in real trouble right now. I don't know whether
Blitz had
Revo
just made one drone, right?
Sorry?
I said, or if Blitz had just made one drone.
Or
also.
if Blitz had just made one drone, yeah, you really could have caught Revo out here.
So let's.
But
Can Blitz
I
do
think,
damage here? What do you think?
I mean, he's certainly making Revo spam out pills. There are two. I mean, he can. What we have seen is exactly what Blitz is doing now. Okay, I thought he was going to do, which is destroy the gems.
Yeah.
It's a really horrible thing to do that you rarely see because it's really plausible
Blitz
to do.
Go in. Blitz should just go in.
Yeah, he
Why
should.
Blitz going
He's
in?
got a power. Revo's dropped a power drop next to Blitz's MCV, which could cause
And he's
major
sending.
damage. And he's sending all of his tanks back. He's not repairing his MCV either.
Yeah.
That made me worried.
But, Blitz should have just gone in. You don't need to send all your tanks back for a power drop. You know, you move your MCV back a few squares. You send two miners to deal with it. I don't care. He should have gone in there. He could have easily sniped the MCV there. Revo did not have enough to defend.
Yep.
Blitz is coming down the bottom here. Should be able to do some work, right?
I doubt he will. His tanks are very much Congo lined out. So by the time he's able to group them, I expect Revo should have a response up for him. Okay, goes for the power plant. I mean, that's nice, but he probably could push this, but you know, doesn't necessarily want to risk it. Power drop from Revo at the top left. He's gonna try and sneak those GIs across the top of the map.
I like it, but he notices it, right?
He does. You know what I don't like, Snark? I don't like how an allied player has 14k and a Soviet player has 8k.
Not a good indication, is it?
I mean, an allied player should be more broke. I think.
Oh, I agree. They should be using all the options they have. If you have that amount of money, you should at least have Harriers, right? Just harass.
Just build something. Yeah, or you know, spamming Rockies, literally anything.
Yeah,
It's gonna-
Rockies on this map are so good. You could split up the flak and everything.
He got the
But yeah,
miner out there, didn't he?
Yeah. But should be able to get the MCV here easily, unless a full shield sells the MCV.
Sells the
instead of force
MCV.
shield. Interesting choice. We'll get the lab.
Might not have the force shield up and ready.
Good point. Good point. He was
And
low
coming in
power
with
for
a
long
split
time.
down bottom.
Yeah.
Revo not. I thought that might have been all of Blitz's tanks, and so Revo could go on a counter offensive, but he could not. So what do we got? We got one BF, which can deal with the Desos. We got 5 Mirages and 8 Grizzlies, 8 Plastics there. 2 War Factories.
Yeah.
And power. But Plastics, all Revo is going to be able to build. And,
No MCV, no lab. Indeed. So at this point, I feel like Blitz should just chill, right? You know, tech up, do whatever. Revo, you could come try and attack my base. You know, good luck with that army.
I mean, Blitz should not have 13k. Why is he building? Okay, he's building a barracks for the Desolators, but honestly, I'd like to see him build more walls.
Yeah, he doesn't need a flat cannon ready, of course. Don't know why he doesn't have.
You know, spam out 9 flak tracks. and then, you know, queue up 30 rhinos. I honestly don't think the Tesla Troopers are necessarily a bad idea, right? You're sitting on 14k. He's not building tanks. You can. Okay, now he starts to build tanks.
To the BF.
Oh no! This is how you lose games. Please don't click BFs.
Yeah. Still has more than enough to defend with those Desolators, right? At least he got rid of the only BF that Revo's ever gonna make this game.
I mean,
So,
what could he do now? He could, you know, he could stick down a flat cannon and then a Desolator underneath it, and Revo wouldn't be able to go near him.
Exactly. At this point, all you need is flat cannons, Desolators, and drones, and you're more than fine.
Yeah.
More than fine. 4 Harry's coming up the top.
Kind of going for the power, but 4 is not enough.
And he loses.
And he loses one.
20k.
Sorry.
He does have 20k.
He does have 20k. See that Tesla Trooper coming in handy there. I don't know why Blitz is not building more war factories or power plants. More of anything.
Up. Like, yeah, just all right, 4 take split up the top left here. Can Revo do anything with that? What do you think?
No. Basically.
Going for the radar.
I mean, he can get a radar, sure, but he's not. He'll get it, but he's not going to be able to achieve anything with it, I don't think. And now we see Blitz pushing down the middle. Blitz's tank control, I do feel, needs a little bit of work.
Definitely.
There seem to be some odd movements going on here.
It's going down the bottom, gonna pass right through this 4 Guardian GIs. Oh, and he's heading back.
I don't know whether he can't manage it all, or it's the decision making that's causing this. But I think it's definitely a sign for him to practice. Yeah, exactly.
What's going on?
Is he TTing his tanks?
Look, he can defend top even without sending those tanks back. I mean, it's the OP Rhinos, right? What are you worried
Rhino
about?
versus
Spam drones, who cares? And passing all the tanks under the Rockies, every single one of them.
Every single one of them. And he's going for the miners? Revo could play the game for another half an hour on the money he's still got. Okay, 5 minutes, but you know, you get the point.
He already lost 3 Rhinos to those Rockies, and all of them took damage. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, I really don't like it. And now Blitz is sitting on 6k. And Revo's sitting on 17k.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly thinking that this is a window for Revo. The longer this game goes on, well, look at the ore. Look at the ore.
Yeah.
There is not much left.
I guess so, yeah.
Revo's going NGIFVs. He's got Rockies. He's spamming out Grizzlies.
This is a killing blow here from Blitz. If Revo cannot defend this, he's lost.
Yeah,
but if he can defend it...
Revo should lose everything up top. There is no way it should stay alive.
Yeah, double NGIF heading down the bottom. There are Desolators everywhere, so let's see what can he really do with this.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out. Again, as soon as they leave that, the Desos are gonna melt those NGs. Oh, but he does get a war factory.
He does get a war factory, and he can build drones out of that. Kill the Desos.
There are miners close by, so you want to be careful, but definitely, you know, do some damage there. I guess he's concentrating on the right here, although tons of infantry. Those Desos are just gonna clean them up.
I'd love to see. I want to see Revo be spamming out plastics though, plastics and Rockies. And now with these drones, honestly, he can do a lot of damage.
And Blitz sending his entire army, including the Desolators, all the way back to his base.
Blitz is gonna recapture this wall factory with a rocket, with an engineer. There we go. Okay, and Revo gets a cell, which is good. The IC, an industrial plant should not be needed to beat Revo in the situation in which he finds himself.
And those Rockies again. Oh, Revo using the drones.
We're using the drones to great effect.
Yeah, getting rid of the anti-air. I love it.
And he's still got a power drop.
Indeed. Indeed, did not lose his AFC, so should be spamming Rockies.
Blitz is
20k.
Blitz is sitting on less than 2k. Revo needs to be careful here. He cannot take this fight. Not without Rockies supporting him. Which he is now. I love it. He's sending them over onto the other side of the map. But Blitz does see it. Has 3 flak tracks, which is not SFJ mode. So he is going to be able to clean this up.
Easily.
And Revo has not been spamming Rockies or GGIs or anything off the back of this, which I think is a real shame.
Lost his AFC. No more pallet drop. No more Rocketeer production. Loses his War Factory.
Yeah, this is GG. There's
And
the IC.
Player defeated.
What the hell?
I don't know, man. I think no mistakes made there. I think Revo not continuously building. I think Blitz not continuously building.
Revo at 20k, you know, GI rush while you're using the tanks. Spam Rocketeers and split them up. Do something.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the main tenets of Yuri's, that it's something that certainly I found as a beginner player really much easier said than done.
Yeah,
is
true.
Make sure you're doing lots of things at once. Because if you're doing lots of things at once, then your opponent is having to watch lots of different things and then do their own different things. And the more your opponent is paying attention to you, the less they're paying attention to what they're doing, right?
To their eco, their builds, everything else. Exactly.
And part of doing lots of things is building lots of things and keeping an eye on your eco. And if your eco can support it, build stuff, anything.
Yeah.
Rockies, Harriers, as you said, plastics, Grizzlies, it doesn't really matter what if you've got the money for it. But it is just so important to always be building. We are seeing a France versus Yuri on Desert Island.
What? Your opponent goes France and you switch to Yuri?
I know, that's nasty. That's just mean.
No, I think it's stupid, I'll be honest. This is a Soviet map, you know. You move your MCV right after War Factory to the center. You make maybe 1 miner if you're feeling greedy. And you have gems the entire time, so you literally need 2 miners to support 4 War Factories. And you just destroy the allied player immediately.
I've seen people try and do that. Hasn't always worked out well for them. No, has it's not, because you all know.
Well,
I mean, textbook, yes, that is true.
Not implement it well when I did it versus Toy Boat.
That is what I am referring to, yes.
But it works. It definitely works. If you do it well, it works.
Yeah, Revo top right, Blitz bottom left. Obviously, Yuri's scouting is not ideal.
Yuri's terrible on this map. The bigger the map, the worse it is for Yuri.
Yep.
Yuri wants small maps, right? For him, crossing the long distance to the map, he's not mobile enough. He wants a death ball. He doesn't want to split up his army.
No, Yuri army doesn't. It's very difficult, and you've got to be a very good player to be able to micro 2 different Yuri armies, and even then, it's hardly ever seen, and that's for several good reasons.
Indeed. The Yuri death ball is just so powerful.
Exactly. And so trying to split it up, and also the Yuri defense is so powerful, right?
Indeed.
As a Soviet player, if you're trying to split against Yuri, good luck, because you can send 3 or 4 rhinos into a Yuri base and be trying to counter the death ball with flaks and drones and rhinos in the middle.
Indeed.
And the death ball will kill you, and you won't be able to touch the Yuri base at all.
Alright, so Revo moving to the center to plug his FCV before that gas could stop him. Let's see if he could get a pillbox up fast enough to stop
he's gonna have plenty of time, right?
Yeah.
He's got a plastic coming down as well.
Yeah, that's
easily gonna. Yeah, it's not doing huge amount of damage to buildings like that.
I want to see Revo go super greedy, just gobble up all of those gems, get cannons up, spam.
Yep.
And you gotta be active as well, because Yuri's eco is also so powerful. If you give him time, he will literally be able to go up to 6 or 7 war factories and be fine.
I mean, this is why, you know, playing France and getting in the middle could be really nice for Revo, because he can box Blitz in, right?
Yeah.
You know, Blitz is still on gold. Revo has, well, 3 miners on gems. He isn't microing his 4th miner. So Revo can survive, you know, can basically build whatever he likes.
Yeah.
And
that match just sniped the mag.
I love this from Revo. Completely taking out Blitz's army down in the bottom left. And
let's see how fast Revo can react and get some GGIFs up.
I do want to see another war factory out from him though. I don't think he needs the tech just yet. I think he
doesn't need the cannon yet either, to be honest.
I think he's got the eco for it, right? There's no reason not to just throw one protective cannon out if things do start to go wrong.
Yeah, those gems, you know, they give such a strong boost. Each miner is as if it's 2 miners on gems, so like doubles your income. It's so powerful. Does get nice amount of GGIFs up, right? You want to spam it. You want a lot of it.
Because you don't want to have to be useful. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was like they're not just against discs.
No. Great versus Gats and
Yuri
Mags.
in general.
And
human and masterminds.
And masterminds, yep. And you don't want to have to be microing, as with the BFs that we were talking about earlier. You don't want to have to be microing doing it all over again, do you? So you want to build a, you know, a nice ball of half a dozen of them.
Then you can forget about anti-air. Yeah, so true. Yuri Prime, down the center bottom. Nice. Rushes in on that mastermind, just melts it.
And now can completely clean these up. And now Blitz in real trouble. Oh, gets the Yuri Prime.
Nice, gets another ref. Should get all of his miners on that gems. Just boost his income like crazy. He does have 5k, which is great. But I want to see him greedy. I want to see him so greedy.
I want to see some base. I want to see some base walking. I want to see cannons. I want to see. I'm gonna say it now. We're not gonna see it, but I would love to see a service depot and a second MCV.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so you can start doing some memes. You can pre-build a cannon, move a second MCV, and just dump a cannon down somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Love it. I mean, you got the center, you got the army, you're not threatened. Be greedy, go war factories, you know, go crazy.
I mean, look at this. I want to draw the contrast between the last game. So last game, Revo had 7 or 8 miners, 9 or 10 miners towards the end, and had 20k. Now, he's got 7 miners, 4 of them on gems, and he's on less than 2k and has been the entire game.
Mastermind, target the mastermind. No, you don't rush in.
You don't rush in with the mirages. That's not how you deal with it. That is absolutely devastating. Ideally,
God. No. As allied, you have to click them. You can't just rush in. It's not so cute. Oh, that hurts. And he lost, like, cannon. Please tell me you have a cannon ready at least.
Okay, he gets one of the masterminds. The second one is about to overload. Gets all 3 of the masterminds. He's got 3 AFK miners.
4. Yeah. 5. Sorry, all of his miners are AFK. They're not doing anything.
Does have an elite IFV there. I know Harry is coming in so clutch, but all of his miners are AFK there, man. That's pretty devastating.
Indeed. And he didn't have a cannon ready. Like,
no.
Look,
and it's France!
You're France! Oh, but he did make a weather storm.
Yeah. So he might be low power. He might be teetering on the edge of power, actually. He needs another power plant before he gets a cannon out.
The lab, he does have a cannon. Yeah. But I want to see more cannons out of it. You go France for a reason, right? Not to make one cannon and then forget about being France. I guess he didn't want to give up on the weather storm. And again, dealing with masterminds as allied, it's not like Soviet that you could just rush in. Alright? You gotta click them.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to last game where you were saying that Blitz made a mistake by clicking on the PF.
Oh, those miners.
Yep.
Revo is down to 0 miners almost. He's got 3 miners on dirt, on crap. Here come the brutes, which are devastating. Get that GGI out of the elite. Use the OPIFV power to melt armies, but the mastermind's coming in.
And this is the Yuri death ball. 2 or 3 gats, 2 or 3 mags, couple of masterminds, and a couple of discs.
It's hurting me to watch.
Where did it go wrong for Revo? Was it tactically the engagement in the middle? Or
Yes.
was it a more strategic mistake that was made?
Well, a few things. First of all, your friends, stay back. Wait for Yuri to come to you. Bam. You got a cannon. Right? You don't go to the Yuri player if you're friends. You let him come to you and you throw down a cannon and Yuri regrets coming in.
Yep.
That's first mistake. Second mistake. Allied versus mastermind. You don't rush in. You gotta micro and click those masterminds. Then they melt once you click them. So those were Rebels' both mistakes. Placing a cannon all the way in the back. I don't know. I mean, yes, fighting Yuri as allied is so tough, but this map as France, you could have done better. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is a very confusing one.
Get that
was
GGI
looking-
out of the elite. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
I've been annoyed by that the entire time. Honestly, I was annoyed that Blitz had it mind controlled and didn't take out the GGI.
Exactly, for sure.
But this is pretty much all she wrote, unfortunately.
Bye bye MCV.
Yep.
Here come the masterminds. Click it, don't rush in.
And there's the GG.
GG's, it's over.
It's over. There we go. 3-0 Blitz.
Oh man. GG's, Revo.
GG's indeed.